graders. So I'm really excited about this third grade digital memory book that I'm going to have you work on this week. I'm hoping that you put a lot of effort into it and that it can be a really nice keepsake for you to have. Sorry, I have a little bit of a scratchy throat. Anyways, I'm really hoping that this is a nice keepsake for you. And when you're done with it, if you have the ability to print at home, if you have a printer and your parents allow you to, or the people that you live with at home, the grown-ups, you can see if they can help you print it out to save it as a special memory and to make a book out of it, an actual physical book. If not, it's okay. You will have the ability to save it. It will stay in your Google Drive. And I'm also going to remind you how to share it with somebody else. So you can share it with a grown up's email address that lives with you so they can save it to their computer just in case it ever gets lost on your Google Drive. So I'll show you that at the end. Now, each day I'm going to have you work on a couple pages from this book. So I want you to take your time and put your best effort in. Now, some of the things on these pages you cannot move. So like if you were to click on like the third grade memory book part, like there's nothing you can do there because it just stays like that. But up here it says type your name here with an apostrophe S. And if you double click in that area, a text box pops up and you can now edit this box. So what you'll do is you'll want to erase everything leading up to the apostrophe S and you're going to want to type your name in. So I'm going to give you my example. I'm going to type in Mrs. D'Alessandro apostrophe S. Mrs. D'Alessandro's third grade memory book. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can highlight the text. You can come up here and you can change the font style. So maybe you want to do something that's more fun. Maybe you want to use I have some fonts that you might not have on your computer, so don't get sad if you see something that your computer doesn't show. But I like this one. So that's one of the fonts that I like. If you want to get more fonts, you can just click on this more fonts box up here, and you can actually anything that's not currently checked off means it's not currently available to you. So if you like something that isn't already checked, you can add it. So let's say I really like this Laura font. I could click on it. And let's say I want to add like this new Nito font. I could add that and click OK, and they'll show up in my fonts library now. Now, from here, there's nothing else that you need to edit on the first page, so you're done. Also keep in mind though, if you want to change the color of this font, that's also something you could do. So you could go over here where you see this underlined letter and this letter A, and you can change to a different color. So maybe pink or orange or whatever you want to do. All right. Now, you're going to also work on page 2 today. And you're going to work on page 3. So on page 2, the About Me section, you're going to be filling in these boxes. So for age, you'll double click and you'll type in your age, how old you are. Height, if you don't know how tall you are, if you have a yardstick or a tape measure at home, ask a grown-up or an older sibling to help measure how tall you are. Or if you don't have one, that's okay. You can ask a grown-up at home if they know about how tall you are, and you can just estimate your height. A lot of you are probably 4 feet something, so like 4 feet and some inches, maybe 3 feet and some inches, but probably more like 4 feet and some inches. Okay, friends, you can type your friends' names in here, so other kids at our school that you're friends with this year. And actually, they don't even necessarily have to be from our school because these are memories from your third grade year. So it could be some of your friends that didn't necessarily even go to Bellflower. You can type their names. You'll want to put a comma in between each one. So for example, if I was going to type in some random kids' names as examples, I might say like Sam, comma, Joe, comma, Mary, comma. So you would put commas in between each of your friends' names to show that they are a list together. Okay. Last on this page, for future job. Think about what might you want to be when you grow up. You don't have to know for sure. This is just something that you could type in as a third grader right now. What do you think you may want to be when you grow up? it's kind of cool to look back later on the type of job that you thought you'd want to have. So for me, for example, when I was your age, I actually have a journal that I wrote in where I actually said that I wanted to be a teacher. So I've wanted to be a teacher my whole life, which is pretty cool. Now, for the section for adding your picture, here's my recommendation to make this as easy as possible. If you go up here to the insert section of this document and you go to image, you can choose camera. Your camera will be pulled up right here. You may get a pop-up that asks like, can Google Slides access your camera, allow or block? And then you'll want to allow it if that pops up for you. So for me, my camera popped up. I'm going to smile. I'm going to click on the camera button when I'm ready. If I like it, here it is in the top corner. I'm going to go to Insert, and I am now ready. I can put it in here. I can make it bigger if I want. I can make it smaller. Okay. I can do whatever I want with it. So that's a really easy way to add a picture to your slideshow. Okay. The last page you're going to work on today is the My Teacher page. So I already posted a picture of myself for you to see, and I already put my name in here. You're just going to use some words to describe me. So how do you want to remember me? What do you remember about me? What was my personality like? Anything that you want to say just to describe me so that you remember years from now. Hopefully it's all good things. Hopefully you thought that I was a nice teacher. And then you can look back and remember. Okay, tomorrow I will have a short little video to walk you through the next 2 pages of the slideshow. You are welcome to go ahead and start working on those pages without me. Like, let's say it's the first day and you're really excited about this and you want to work ahead. That is totally fine, but you don't have to. All right, I'll show you more tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.